Hello there, it's me again. So I have recorded this video about 100 times. Every single time I record it, there is some kind of issue. So this morning I recorded this vinyl version. However, I noticed that the first few minutes of the video did not record. The frustration is real over here. When I tell you it's real, I really do mean it. So, you guys may see a difference in, the lighting or even the fact that I have no makeup on and this is the beginning of the video. Well, this is the end of the day and I am not about to put on any more makeup, okay? I'm not about to do that. So, hope you don't mind the bare face. This video, I would like to share with you all the fabric I have obtained in the last couple weekends, as well as the plans I have for some of these fabrics. The first set of fabric I'm showing you right now, I obtained in Castries. Castries happened to be the capital of St. Lucia. And let me tell you, the options were minimal at best. I mean, it took me a while. There was one particular store that had a sale. I mean, a sale. I walked around the fabric store at least 3 times and I came out empty-handed. There was just nothing. There's just nothing in there that was useful to me. At least I don't think so. But anyway, let's get on with it. First fabric I got in Castries is this. I think this might be maybe a sweater knit. And it looks like it has 2 layers. Now, when I saw this fabric, I thought to myself, I would like to make the origami sweater by Love Notions with this. I've been wanting to make that sweater for a while. But then I thought, maybe I could use this for something else, because the origami sweater, it sort of like has this flowy front and looks like it may open up when you walk, and I really don't want to see the inside of this fabric when I am walking around and the sweater is doing its thing in the wind. I'm just not sure about that anymore, so I'm putting this one on the back burner for now, and we'll see. We'll revisit it sometime down the line. Next fabric I have for you is this denim fabric. Denim is not something you may find very often, and when you do, the price is hot. I think I purchased this one for 39 Eastern Caribbean dollars per yard. So that's $40 a yard, basically. So you could imagine nobody wants to spend $40 a yard on fabric, but I have. So there is a bit of stretch in this denim, not very much, just a little give, just enough to help the skirt fit well on you, so you have some room to move around. My plans for this beautiful denim is this gorgeous skirt by McCall's M8149. My plan is to make you see I like the longer length on this. I could just imagine this with a an oversized blouse. I can't wait. Now I know this skirt is going to give me a difficult time because of this front placket, but we'll see. Next fabric I got from Castries, and the last fabric I got from Castries, this is faux suede. There is no stretch, no give, nada in this fabric. I was just walking around in the store. Nothing was jumping at me. I wasn't being motivated by anything. Nothing exciting in the store. I just happened to turn around to the upholstery section. They've got a small upholstery section, and I noticed this suede. And I thought, I just had a light bulb moment, and I thought, why not use the suede to make McCall's M8139. I plan on making view A. This pattern calls for faux leather, denim, baby cord, cotton blends. Well, I had none of these. However, if I'm able to use faux leather, denim, baby cord, these are fairly heavyweight fabrics. I figured, why not? Why can't I use this suede? So I've never worked with suede before, so we'll see how that goes. Sounds like a nightmare waiting to happen, but okay. Now the next set of fabric I purchased in the town of BA4, which is south of the island. It takes me about 45 minutes to an hour from where I live to get to BA4. So you could imagine it is another trip I like to make often. But when I do, the only goal I have is to get myself some fabric. And this time around, I did. I managed to get this beautiful seersucker fabric. I couldn't believe I found this. This was an amazing find. Amazing find. They had this in 3 colors. They had red, like a lemon green, and then they had this beautiful pink color. This was the last piece on the board, so I was fortunate to get this. I wanted to purchase 3 yards. However, there was like 3/4 yards left on the board, and the storekeeper was not willing to cut it out, so I had to go ahead and purchase everything. So I have about 3 3/4 of a yard of this fabric. My plan is to make McCall's M7960. I plan on making view D. I'm really excited about this fabric, guys. If I could have afforded it, I would have purchased all 3 colors, because I know when I return to Beaufort, God knows when, this fabric will not be available. And forget about getting it in Castries. I'm not sure what's going on around here. Second fabric I purchased. This, I want you to see the texture on this. This is gauze. I think it's double gauze. It does have some weight to it. No, it looks like a single layer of gauze. While it is black, and black may not have been the color I would choose for this type of fabric, but they only had black, and there was nowhere else to find them. And in my last video I was complaining about how I couldn't find any gauze, so I came across this and I thought, black, whatever. We take what we get and we work with what we get. So I'm very happy to find this gauze fabric. I plan on making Simplicity R10944. This version here. I like the sleeve detail, and also it has this cuff here. I'm really looking forward. This fabric is substantial enough. It has a little weight. It can hold on to the shape of this blouse. Next, one of my favorites, this beautiful geometric pattern fabric. Now, at first, I thought maybe this possibly could be a double georgette, because I don't know, I'm not exactly sure what georgette is, but after doing some research, I thought that this might be. Now, one thing is, there is no fabric store in this country where you can go and find any information on fabrics. There's no name, no fabric content, no weight, no nothing. You basically go by feel, what you like, what you don't like, what looks good, what you think might look good. There's nothing. So you have to do your own research. You have to learn, develop your own knowledge on fabrics, which is what I'm trying to do. But sometimes it's difficult when you can't, really feel the fabrics when you're learning about them. Now, I'm questioning whether or not this really is double georgette. It's slightly see-through, but it's not, it's still opaque enough that you don't need to line it. So I'm second guessing. I'm not sure if this really is georgette. It's just the thought I had. However, if anyone knows what this is, let me know. Oh, also there is a tiny bit of stretch in this fabric. Tiny amount, just enough. This is really pretty. I fell in love with this as soon as I saw it. What will I be making? Simplicity R10936. Oh my goodness, I really love this tie in the back. I mean, this is beyond cute. And the open sleeve. I don't know what to do with myself. So, Simplicity R1936. Next, we will be making Mimi G R10927. Now, in my first video, if you saw my first video, you'll remember that I said this is one of the first things I will make out of my Simplicity haul. And yes, this is definitely the first thing I will be making, because I have an event, a lunch to attend in a couple of weeks. I want to have something cute to wear, and this hopefully will be it. Now, I'm not going to be making any markups to any of these things. Making markups just puts me off, because you have to sew the item twice. Sometimes you think there is something wrong with the way it fits. It may not necessarily be that. So I'd rather just go ahead, make the dress. If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, I will give it to somebody who fits. But I don't know that it's worth my sanity. It really isn't worth it to keep making mock-ups for all these things, because, and again, I have a 9 to 5. I don't have time, and I want to make these things. I really don't have the patience for it, so no mock-up. However, I do feel like it would be necessary to make a mock-up for this, just because you want to get the waist to sit at the right place on you, because I feel like this could be a disaster if it's too high. It has to be perfect on you, but this is a chance I'm going to take. No markups for me. I will be using this beautiful rayon fabric for this pattern. Isn't that cute, guys? As soon as I saw it, I knew that I wanted to make this Simplicity pattern. Now, I did not purchase this over the course of the 2 weekends, but since I do plan on making this, I felt like I could just add it into this haul. Another piece of fabric that I got was this beautiful animal print rayon. Oh my gosh, I don't think I can express to you guys how beautiful this is. So I thought, instead of using this for the Simply for Mimi G's pattern, I would use this. But my husband convinced me that this one makes more sense, and I do agree. So I will stick to my original plan and go with this fabric for this pattern. But this is a beautiful find. I can't wait to use that to make something. I'm not sure what as yet, but something will come around, and when the idea hits me, I will have this fabric to work with. Next fabric I got, I think this might be what is called an ITY. It has four-way stretch, more stretch this way, but it stretches on all sides. Now, when I saw this, the Bellini dress from Lady of Leisure came to mind. I have had this pattern ready right here for the longest while, but I could not find the right fabric. And a lot of the times when you come across a pattern, the first thing you see is the model. And you're like, oh my goodness, this looks really pretty. And you want to have something like this made very similar to it, fabric and all. So I really have been waiting and looking to find a fabric that is similar, and I came across this. I could not turn it down. So the Bellini dress, however, the Bellini dress needs two fabrics, this and the corresponding color. So I purchased this and I thought to myself, I have a pink that could match this to make the sleeves and the collar. But when I got home, I realized they're not the same shade. It would look a bit odd if I actually use this. So I'm going to try to find this shade or any other matching shade in this fabric and see how it goes. So this will be set aside for now until I can find a fabric to match. But I'm really excited to make this. I can't wait to make it. I have been wanting it for the longest while, and I have been prepared, just waiting on the fabric. But life doesn't always work out the way you want it. Also, I got from VA4 beautiful tie-dye fabric. Look at the print on this. Excuse me. This design repeats itself throughout the fabric. I got 3 yards of this. Now normally I stay away from reds that are not, like jewel tones, because I find it doesn't go well with me. It has to be really nice and bright. But I thought this one would do. I think it's bright enough that I wouldn't that it would suit me. It would suit me just fine. Now my plans for this is to make something long and flowy. I do not have a pattern for this as yet. Any recommendations would be appreciated. So please let me know if you have any ideas of what I could do with this fabric. This is a rayon fabric. Oddly enough, rayon is not a fabric I could get here often. Maybe one option every now and then. For some reason, the past couple of weekends, I've come across many variations, many prints, many options. So I'm very excited about that. My only issue is a lack of finance to buy all the fabrics that I see, because like I've always said, when you see them, it's best to take them, because you most likely will not get them again. Lastly, I would like to make B6621. I plan on making this one. I do not plan on putting in the sleeves. I just feel like this dress would be more wearable without the sleeves. It would give you more opportunity to style it without the sleeves. What I would use to make this is this stretch fabric. This looks like it's some kind of double knit as well. Doesn't have too much stretch, but enough that you can get what you need out of it. See this texture on it? Now, here goes me second guessing myself again. because while I have cut this out and ready to go, I'm thinking this dress here with the top with the twist at the front may look better in this. This is what I'm saying. I am so indecisive. It takes forever for me to make a decision, and after I make that decision, all I can do is second guess that decision. But we'll try not to do that this time around. So we will stick to this and this version right here. Now, this fabric is another one that I've had for a while, but since I am sharing what I plan on making in the next few weeks, I figured I may as well throw this in as well. So this is it for my fabric haul. Behind me, as you can see here, ooh, these are all the patterns that I've already cut out. As you can see, I cut them out, pinned all the pieces together, put a name on it, a little description, just so I know exactly what fabric it is. It doesn't get confusing, because you see the back there is so cluttered. And I also added a tiny piece of the fabric which I want to use to make these patterns. Now my goal is to make one pattern a week for the next few weeks. I call this the sewing frenzy because I am definitely going to be in a frenzy for this challenge. It's going to be tough, guys, because I have a 9 to 5, well, more like 8 to 5. But still, I do have a day job. So when I get home, sometimes I'm really tired, and sewing is the last thing I want to do. But I have noticed, though, that after I have sewn something, whether it's successful or not, I tend to take a long break. And the reason that is because I have not prepared for the next item to sew. So if I don't know what I want to sew, if I don't have it prepared, then very likely I will just not be sewing, and that defeats the purpose, because my goal is to improve on my skills and hopefully not let go of the skill and this love that I have developed for sewing. So this is it. Thank you for joining me, and see you next time. Bye.